Hello everyone, welcome back to Great Broadway Fans YouTube channel. I'm Luke, and happy 2016! Woohoo! It's finally the new year, which means a whole nother year of movies. Yes, 2015 was amazing. As I said, I saw 25 movies that came out in 2015, and 2016 is going to be even bigger and better. And this is actually going to be the last specialty video that I'll post before I start posting the actual content that I said I was going to when I started this YouTube channel, which was musical reviews and movie musical reviews. So this is the last specialty video for this week, and then we'll get into the regular flow after the first of the year. But this video is very exciting because it is my personal top 16 most anticipated movies of 2016. I've cobbled together a list of films that I'm looking forward to in the year, and I made it 16 because it's 2016. Trying to be clever. And I have my list here. A lot of these films have their trailers released, but some don't. Some just have, whether it's publicity pictures, pictures of the cast, or information regarding the movie itself. So I'm going to list off the movies in order of how excited I am to see these movies, and here we go. Alright, number 16 is called La La Land, and this is a very recent addition to this list because I just discovered that this movie was coming out yesterday. I was watching a video on Screen Junkies where they were doing the movies that they're excited for 2016, and I'll put a link in the video description to that video because it was amazing. But one of the guest speakers mentioned this movie, and she says it is an original musical starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. It's being released on July 15th, and Ryan Gosling plays a jazz pianist who falls in love with Emma Stone's character, who's an aspiring actress. And I, as a musical theater fan, I had no idea that this movie was happening, and now I'm really excited. There's unfortunately no trailer, but Entertainment Weekly did just release a picture of Stone and Gosling together on the set in their costumes, and they look so adorable together, and I cannot wait to see how this movie turns out. Alrighty, number 15 is Disney's live-action remake of The Jungle Book. I'm very excited for this movie, but also slightly hesitant at the same time. As I said in my last video, I have loved every single live-action Disney fairy tale released as of late. Alice in Wonderland, Oz the Great and Powerful, Maleficent, Into the Woods, Cinderella, and 2016 is going to see the release of Pete's Dragon, The Jungle Book, and the BFG. And of course, in 2017, Beauty and the Beast. But The Jungle Book is on this list because the trailer, at the same time, both intrigues me and slightly turns me away from this movie because it's very grim dark. And I don't know if they're going to go for a more realistic portrayal of the jungle and not so cartoonish as the animated film is. I know that these live-action fairy tales are trying to be their own films, but at the same time, it's a film remake of an animated movie. And I don't know if this is going to be a musical like the animated film. I'm assuming it's not. Positivity that I do have to say towards the film, the motion capture for all of the animals looks incredible. You've got Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, Lupita Nyong'o, Scarlett Johansson, and Christopher Walken in the roles of the animals. And like I said, trailer looks both good and bad at the same time. So, slightly nervous about this movie, but you know what? I will see it because I love Disney. Number 14 is Miracles from Heaven. This is a faith-based movie starring Jennifer Garner. It's based on a true story. It's being released on Easter Sunday, and it is about a family whose daughter unfortunately becomes diagnosed with terminal cancer, and Jennifer Garner's character refuses to give in and confess that this cancer is going to take her daughter, and she is fighting with every tooth and nail that she has to get her daughter healed. And in the trailer, the daughter is up in a tree with her sister, and she falls out of the tree and she hits her head on the ground. But surprisingly enough, the fall does not kill her or paralyze her. It actually cures her of her cancer. And so when I saw the trailer, one of my friends posted the trailer on Facebook, and I was immediately crying when I started watching it because it was so good. Jennifer Garner looks amazing. The child actress that they have who plays the daughter looks great. And this whole movie looks like it's just going to be a big hug. And I cannot wait to see it when it comes out on Easter. Looks very, very good. All right, number 13 is the Angry Birds movie. And they mentioned this on Screen Junkies, that this movie's kind of coming out 2 years too late, or 3 years too late, because no one plays Angry Birds anymore. If you still play Angry Birds, good for you. But this movie is kind of coming out late in the game. I don't know why. I mean, is it sort of like a resurgence to get people to play the game again? But Angry Birds, when it was popular, was a global phenomenon. And I've seen the trailer multiple times. It looks great. You have amazing cast of Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, Bill Hader, Kate McKinnon and Maya Rudolph are in it as well from Saturday Night Live. And excuse me. And the trailer looks great. I think the computer animation looks amazing. And I just want to know what the actual plot of this movie is, because this is one of those trailers that gets the exposition out of the way and tells you what the movie is, but not what the movie's about. So I want at least one more trailer before we actually see this movie. Number 12 is Suicide Squad. I have to say that as I said in my last video, I am a huge comic book fan. I'm more of a Marvel fan than a DC fan, but I'm starting to warm up to DC. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is on this list, but so stay tuned for that. But when I saw the trailers and the publicity pictures for Suicide Squad, I was very intrigued by this movie. Margot Robbie looks great as Harley Quinn, Will Smith as Deadshot, and of course, Oscar award winner Jared Leto as the Joker. The trailer looks amazing. It looks both intriguing and frightening at the same time. And I have high hopes. I just don't know how this movie is going to translate with the mainstream moviegoer. People that are not die-hard comic book fans, how will they react to this movie? That's my only concern. Number 11 is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Now, this is very interesting and noteworthy to mention. Now that we have Star Wars The Force Awakens and Episode 8 and 9 planned to come out in 2017 and 2019, in between each of those movies is going to be a spin-off movie that is not affiliated with the main trilogies. The original trilogy involves Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. The prequel trilogy involves Anakin Skywalker. And the sequel trilogies now involve Rey, Finn, and Kylo Ren. So these spin-off movies are not going to be related to the main trilogies. Rogue One is actually going to take place right before Episode 4 with a ragtag group of rebels that steal the Death Star plans for Princess Leia. So I'm very intrigued about this movie, but I ranked it at number 11 because we don't know that much. We don't have a trailer yet for the movie. We have a couple of publicity shots with the cast and the basic plot premise. But I am a huge Star Wars fan, so I have hope. See what I did there? Number 10, Moana. And I have to say, Disney sat out 2015, and Pixar had 2015. And I do have to say that Disney, I'm slightly nervous with this movie because it was actually pushed up. It originally was going to have a 2017 release. It's been hauled up to 2016 to capitalize on Frozen Mania. And Frozen Mania, I feel, is very still present in people's minds, but it is slightly dwindling out. So I can see why Disney would want to pull the movie forward. But they only just recently did that, and they only just recently casted the voice actress who's going to voice the title character of Moana. And there's no other confirmed cast or casting besides Dwayne Johnson as Maui the demigod. And then, of course, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote the musicals In the Heights and Hamilton, is going to be writing an original score for this movie musical. I'm skeptical because it's being hauled up so quickly, but I have hope because it's Disney. And Disney has their sweet spot with fairy tales. But, of course, this is an original story, which is not based on a public domain fairy tale book or folks legend. But I have hope for Moana. Number 9, The Secret Life of Pets. This is coming from Illumination Entertainment, who does the Despicable Me franchise, and they're trying to build more movies off of their animation studio. And this film is basically Toy Story, but for pets. What do your pets do when you go off and you leave them at home? And the trailer looks so charming and so delightful. My favorite moments in the trailer are the poodle that turns on the rock music when his owner leaves, and then the dachshund that jumps up on the counter and knocks away the mixing bowl and turns the mixer on and he's massaging his back. I have a dachshund myself, so I thought that was really, really cute. And no details regarding the plot. We have a voice cast, and we just have the one teaser trailer. It looks really, really charming, and I love animated movies, so I'm going to go see it. Number 8, Captain America Civil War. Yes, this movie is ranked on the low side, but you know what? I am not looking forward to seeing these characters that I have come to know and love start hating on each other. Because, well, I just don't like the idea of these characters that we have come to love over the last 3 or 4 years with all of these movies just start punching at each other and being ridiculous. And Lindsay Ellis, who formerly known as Nostalgia Chick, she still works with the League of Supercritics. She did a Loose Canon episode where she examines the same character in different incarnations in media. She recently did Captain America, and she talked about Civil War, and I will put a link in the video description to her video, but I'll also put this quick clip right up in here where she briefly talks about Civil War, and her thoughts and opinions are exactly how I feel. So, roll clip.
Civil War may be the most well-known arc in the comics in which Captain America is a main player. Sadly. The basic premise is that the American government passes a superhuman registration act. Iron Man supports it, Captain America opposes it, everyone is completely out of character to make the whole Civil War premise work, and it's terrible.
See what I'm talking about? Okay. So, I really hate to do this to the diehard Marvel fans, but I'm not looking forward to seeing my characters punch each other in the face, but the movie does look good nonetheless, and the trailer does look pretty freaking epic. Number 7, Deadpool. This movie, on the other hand, looks so good. It looks raunchy and vulgar and action-packed, and I'm completely sold on it. Ryan Reynolds looks amazing as Deadpool in that costume. His comedic timing is perfect, and I cannot help but be completely intrigued by this. I do, however, wonder why the filmmakers decided to release this on Valentine's Day. I think it's slightly ironic, but it will definitely get traction once the movie comes out. I think you'll have your die-hard Deadpool fans in first, and then once the mainstream people read the reviews, which I'm assuming will be good, I think then that will bring in the big box office numbers. Number 6, Hail Caesar. This is a movie set in 1950s Hollywood involving a film studio. Those old-fashioned film studios where everyone was a contract player and their star actor gets kidnapped. That's played by George Clooney. This is a movie by the Coen brothers, and it has an all-star Hollywood cast in Scarlett Johansson, Tilda Swinton, Jonah Hill, as I said, George Clooney, Channing Tatum. It looks amazing. The trailer was released like a month or two ago, and I am completely sold on this movie because I love old Hollywood and I love mysteries. So I will definitely be seeing Hail Caesar opening weekend because it looks fabulous. Number 5 is Paul Feig's all-female Ghostbusters reboot. This movie, like I said, this one doesn't have a trailer released yet, but just the mere idea of having an all-female Ghostbusters with Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, Kristen Wiig, and then there's a new Saturday Night Live female cast member who I cannot remember her name. I'll put it right here. But the pictures look great, and I'm so excited for this movie, and a lot of other people are really, really excited. Chris Hemsworth is also in it, and 3 of the 4 original Ghostbusters will be returning for cameos for this movie. So I'm very, very excited. I'm looking forward to it. Number 4, Zootopia. This is the other film that Disney's going to release. They're going to release 2 films this year, just like Pixar did last year with Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur. This year, Disney has Zootopia and Moana. And, excuse me, there's been the teaser, there's been a short trailer, and then there's been a full-length trailer that's been released for Zootopia, and it looks so wonderful. Jason Sudeikis and Jennifer Goodwin play the lead characters of the fox and the bunny, and it just looks like a great movie. Like The Good Dinosaur, great concept of having this be a universe and world where humans don't exist, but animals do. And animals walk on their own 2 feet, and they speak English, and they exist in peace and harmony until some of the animals go savage. So I'm very, very excited because I love Disney, and I'm really excited because the trailers look great for this movie. Number 3 is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I have seen the new trailer twice already because I've seen Star Wars twice, and the trailer is in front of Star Wars. And this, oh my gosh, this movie looks so good. I didn't see Man of Steel personally. Back in 2013 when Man of Steel came out, I went to go see The Great Gatsby, and my mother and my brother, who are huge comic book fans, went to go see Man of Steel. And I remember asking my mom when she came out of the theater, I said, "How was Man of Steel?" And she said, "It was the most intense movie I've ever seen in my life." She's like, "It didn't give me a chance to breathe or relax." And I'm like, there was like, really? And that's kind of disappointing because if you have an action movie, you have to give your audience a chance to breathe or laugh a little bit. And she said there was one funny joke that everybody in the theater laughed at, but that was it. It was 2 hours of just in-your-face action-packedness. And so I didn't see Man of Steel. But Batman v Superman looks incredible. I am actually in the Ben Affleck boat for him as Batman. He actually does look very interesting in the role. I don't know why people are being so hard on him. Is it just because... I don't know why people are being so hard on him. I mean, give him a chance to play the role before you judge him. And then, of course, we have Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and Amy Adams as Lois Lane. Trailer looks great. Really excited. Number 2, Finding Dory. Us Pixar fans have been waiting over a decade for this movie to come out. Finally, we're getting a sequel to Finding Nemo. And Finding Nemo is one of my favorite Pixar movies. I think it's on the list with Inside Out, Toy Story 3, and then it goes Finding Nemo. But I watched that movie over and over and over as a kid. I love the character of Dory. Ellen DeGeneres is perfect in the voice of that character. And the teaser trailer alone looks so charming and so delightful. It's going to be a fun night at the theater, and I cannot wait to see Finding Dory. And finally, my number one most anticipated movie of 2016 is Alice Through the Looking Glass. I am a huge fan of Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, and when the teaser trailer was released a couple weeks ago, I was so blown away by how visually stunning this movie looks. Tim Burton's not directing, he's producing this movie, but the entire cast is back. You have Mia Wasikowska, Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter, Anne Hathaway, and then Sacha Baron Cohen as a new character in the movie. And the teaser trailer looks exquisite, and I'm so happy that this movie's getting a sequel because I thought that the first one was really, really incredible. So that is my list for my personal most anticipated movies of 2016. Leave down in the comments below, what movie are you most looking forward to in 2016? Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. You can follow me on all three of my social media websites, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. Links to those are in the video description. As always, thanks for watching. Next week, I promise, we are going to start doing the content that I promised with my first musical review for Into the Woods. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.